you prepare as thoroughly as you can. The guys play their asses off.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We're talking about practice.
That you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris? If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. If they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull Rants, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Make sure you subscribe, like, leave a comment. Today we're talking about a crazy game. It reminds me of a game in the 80s where we're up by like 10 points and playing the Bears and they got 2 onside kicks in a row and beat us. It was that crazy of a game. I remember that game till this day. I think we were down 10. I think we gave up 2 onside kicks. The first onside kick, successful onside kick in the league this year, it happens to us after being up by 10. Not only did we give up a long return, all right, a long return, then we gave up a 2-point conversion, and then we gave up an onside kick. The probability of that happening is Vikings all the way. It's just due for the Vikings. It's just completely due for the Vikings. But hey, we were on the right side of history here. We came away with the win. The Bears played admirably. Okay, they played admirably. Caleb Williams. That game looks like he has a bright future. We give him crap about generational talent and they're having such a bad season, but firing their OC, going with this new guy. There was good things here. They made some mistakes. Both team special teams were shaky. All right. Both team special teams were shaky. I think ours even was probably worse, but we got we got a nice bounce there. The first drive of the game, we're moving and we fumble the ball. And why are we, and I'm ranting already. Why are we going shotgun on 2nd and 1 at the goal line? Just don't get it. You limit what you can do. And any penetration is going to kill a handoff. It's going to kill a handoff. And that's what happened. He gets a ball stripped from him. We give up the ball. Anyways, let's go to team. They were killing us in time of possession the first half, 20 to 10. It was so bad, but it actually ended up being 33-26 to 34-24, and that's including overtime. But we controlled more of the second half. First downs, we had 22, they had 20. Passing first downs, 14-13. Rushing first downs, 7-6. First downs from penalties, we got 2. They got 0. The saying that Justin Jefferson changes the weather is real. He had 1 catch the entire. I think he had up until like the end of the second half. He had a second catch, but yeah, I mean he changed the weather. He got he gets penalties. He gets people to hold him. That first one was obvious. Guy was holding on his arm. He held on his jersey. Obvious penalty. Now, total plays 65. We were hurting to start this game. We were like, 10 plays, 15 plays. Well, we were like 23 plays at halftime. It was pretty bad. Total yards, 452. Of course, you had the overtime in there. They had 398. They could move the ball. They didn't run the ball very well. But they could definitely move it, and a lot of to do with Caleb Williams scrambling helped them out a lot. Completions per attempt, 23-35. We'll talk about that with quarterbacks. They threw the ball 48 times. Yards per pass, we had 8.6. They had 6.3. Darnold, never known in this league for being a big play threat, is a big play threat. I think we lean on his strengths. I think Kevin O'Connell's brought that out of him. Maybe they were just coaching him wrong the whole time. He's a big play quarterback. He has a strong arm. That throw to Jordan Addison or the guy with monkey on his back. And I think it's okay to say that Jordan Addison, number 3, is officially free. I think number 3 is officially free after this game. What an incredible game. We'll talk about that later. Rushing attempts, 27 rushes, 4.6 yards per carry, which is better than our average. Really good. We held them to 3.5. Continue to be the best defensive, defensive rushing team in the league. Turnovers, both had 1. Ours was early. Okay, now let's talk individual players. Sam Darnold got injured, came back in, let us down there. I don't think I don't remember, but I don't think we scored on that. But hey, Nick Mullins came in. He got 2 first downs, one with his arm, then we rusher 1. He's had 3 plays where he's played in the game, and we've had 3 first downs. So Nick Mullins, I don't care what people say about you, man. Danny Dimes, I don't need him. I need you. You're fine. You just need the defense to stop the ball, and then that way you could run the offense without having to rush things. So I think Nick Mullins is fine as our backup quarterback, and he showed it again coming in off the bench. Aaron Jones, I don't know. Is that his first 100-yard game? 22 carries, 106 yards. Awesome. I have finally broke a decent one, 41 yards, got us down early, and then fumbles. All right, at the goal line. Cam Akers, a little spot duty, played very well. I'm surprised he didn't get more carries at second half. Now, probably 2 players of the game. 2 players of the game. You got to say on offense anyways. Jordan Addison, 162 yards. No, shout out to Sam Darnold for getting these guys the ball. But TJ Hawkinson, Jordan Addison with a touchdown, 8 for catches for 162 yards off 9 targets. TJ Hawkinson off 9 targets, 7 for 114 yards, and helped close out that game. Great route, great throw by Sam Darnold. Way to bring it in. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. Aaron Jones, 3 catches for 23 yards. Justin Jefferson, just 2 catches for 27 yards, but gets the penalties. It was a big part of this game. I don't think fans should be putting so much pressure on him to call him the best player in the game. He needs a quarterback and throw him the ball. Defenses are scheming him. So we went from forcing it to Justin Jefferson to, hey, hitting the open guy, and that will shift the momentum back to him. Shout out to the Bears for guarding that dig route. They did a good job. We talked about that in the our pregame video. It wasn't there. They were underneath. They were bracketing him, one over the top, one underneath, and he makes that dig route. It's not there, and that's what happened. He almost threw a pick early in the game because of that. Jalen Naylor got a touchdown. He caught one, and then he dropped one earlier, what would have been a first down. So he's still not out of the doghouse with the fans. Jalen Naylor, you caught that touchdown. You got it in. One of the dumbest things I've heard is they reviewed one of Jordan Addison's catches, and they said they can't use the boundary cam because not every stadium has one. What does that matter? He should be able to use the boundary cam if the stadium has one. It should be okay to do that. Use every camera angle you have. I assume there's more camera angles in the Super Bowl and the playoffs than there are in a regular season 1 o'clock game. So what the hell? Use them all. I don't care. I just want the right call. Luckily, they didn't overturn it. It was the right call. Boundary cam showed them in. There's actually a picture on Vikings.com. I almost used that, but it was too fuzzy for me to use on the thumbnail. Now, shout out to Harrison Smith. He is all over that game. Could have had a couple big plays. He missed a sack. Caleb Williams. Am I calling him Cam? I always call him Cam for some. Caleb Williams, he could have had a sack on him, ended up scoring. But Harrison Smith, 11 tackles, 9 solo, pretty impressive. Byron Murphy, couple of tackles for losses. Tackling. Byron Murphy, not known for his tackling, made a couple big tackles. Andrew Van Ginkel, again, was all over the field. Just inches away from knocking down a pass a couple of times. But again, he's definitely causes trouble in there. Josh Metellus, he did all right. Jonathan Greenard, again, 4 tackles for losses, had a really good game. Kamu Kruger-Hill, he left his guy, and that's who Caleb Williams threw to the back of the end zone. He left his guy. We were about to sack Caleb Williams, but Kruger-Hill decided to leave his guy. So not a good play for you, man. Not a good play for you. Jerry Tillery blocking a field goal made a big difference in this game. Dallas Turner saving a touchdown. They end up scoring one anyways on special teams. A few things. Ryan Wright, man. He's not been a good punter. Maybe it's outside, whatever, but you got to kick good in the outside. Although your bad kick ended up being a muff punt or hitting a returner. So whatever, you got saved there. But defensively, good game. I know they got a lot of yards, but it had a lot to do with the scrambling ability of Caleb Williams and a couple of younger guys that might have not been in the game because of Ivan Pace Jr. Would have been in there and not Kruger-Hill. I think that's how you say his name. Johnny Munt didn't have a great game. He had that ball hit him on the leg on the onside kick, and then he had another penalty. Now, shout out to the Vikings. We've been cleaning up a lot of penalties lately. So what did we end up with in penalties? We had 5 for 45. I think we had 2 really late in the game, up until really late in the game. And then there was a couple extra that we just had to tack on there at the end. They had 7 for 80. We caused other people's turnovers. We caused other people penalties. Now, I don't know about you, but my heart was beaten. That game at the end, it's like, how can we lose like this? How can we lose like this? That was the luck of the bounce. All right. Luck of the bounce. Why aren't we kicking it out of the end zone when they were up by 10? I guess we're kicking it the direction against the wind. We didn't kick it in the end zone. But the one time we don't, they return it. Just couple of just bad special teams plays almost cost us this game. Onside kick, you got to be more aware. You got to be looking at the ball. It came down to a drive, and we had 1st and 20, then a 2nd and 11, and we ended up and then a 1st and 15, and we went down there and got down in field goal range, and we had such faith in our kicker that we just put it in the middle of the field and let him kick it, and we walked off the field. And that's, my friend, is a winning football team. We won 3 on the road in a row. Let's take it home. Let's play some home games. Let's catch the Lions. We're still in the hunt. Let's go. Let's win out, guys. Let's win out. Skol Vikings. Cue the music.
You prepare as thoroughly as you can. The guys play their asses off.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game. We're talking about practice.
That you probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris? If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. If they are who we thought they were, when we let them off the hook.